friends, Miss Ella here from Learn to Grow. I hope that you guys are enjoying your week. I sure am. It's been beautiful here in the Pacific Northwest in the 70s, mid 70s. In fact, it's going to be pretty warm for us here by the weekend in the mid 80s, which is a little too hot for us, but that's okay. We can use the sun. Today I'm going to take you on another garden tour. So we'll walk around the garden, see what's growing, and some of the veggies that we can harvest now. I've seen some potatoes that have dried up, so there's potatoes in the ground that I need to harvest, and also some of the garlic plants are ready to be harvested as well. I'm excited to have homegrown garlic again. Alright, let's take a walk in the garden and we'll see what's growing. We got our strawberry patch here, some lemon balm, and some spearmint over there. So there's a few berries that are ripe. I noticed that this morning. So we're going to get some harvest today. I didn't fertilize them or anything this year. I forgot to put some compost. So we'll do better next year. And there's more over there. There's a few more underneath those leaves. So we'll get our potato beds here. Lots of flowers. These are beautiful flowers. And eventually they'll turn into these green tomato looking like berries, except they're more firm. And those are the potato berries which produce the real potato seeds, but then it takes a while to grow potatoes from those seeds. So normally we start with tubers or the potatoes itself when we plant potatoes. I actually remove the flowers after they bloom so that the energy won't go towards producing the potato berries, in hopes that the energy will go towards producing tubers or potatoes. Some of these are a combination of Yukon Gold, some red, even, and some fingerlings as well. More potatoes in this bed. These are some kind of a red fingerling potato. The leaves are quite beautiful on these variety. So you can see it's got some purple streak through them. The flowers are purple, so you can see right here. A few garlic volunteers here. Oh, there's an escape here. I'm going to go and harvest this. When they start curling like that, it's a great time to harvest the escape. The reason for that is you want the energy to focus on forming the bulbs or the cloves of the garlic, and you can use these escapes for cooking, stir fry, salads. They've got a mild garlic flavor to them. There's another one right here. Garlic that produces these escapes are mainly the hardneck varieties. Potatoes in another bed here. Oh, the sun's right there. There's the trellis, and there's a couple of scarlet runner beans. I'll show you, give you a little closer look. These are a combination of some purple potatoes, Yukon, or I think maybe German butterball. These are the scarlet runner beans. Love growing these every year. It attracts hummingbirds, butterflies, and bees. Few buds there. It's about to bloom. The best way to eat this is the young pods when they're about 3 to 5 inches long. Any longer than that, they get really tough and stringy. They're great for stir-fry soups. If you want to harvest the seeds itself, you can cook them thoroughly and put them in soups. Heading towards the back of the garden. See all those big shrubs? Those are all herbs or herbs. They've gotten so big this year, and they started out really small in about 6-inch pots about 1.5 years ago. And when you plant your herbs in the ground, they do get a lot bigger than growing them in pots, since they have more space to grow. I think these are mostly hardneck garlic. More escapes to harvest. There's another one right here. So I've been kind of harvesting throughout the past couple of weeks. They're kind of scattered all over the place here. These are oriental peas, great for stir fry, and there's a few in there already. I'll be harvesting some tonight because I am making stir fry. The flowers. Actually going to go ahead and sow some more oriental pea seeds today for succession planting or growing. That way I'll get more harvest in about a couple of months. The back side over here, I've got the fava beans, and they're a little leggy because they are shaded by the oriental peas, so they're kind of growing all over the ground. Got some flowers here. See, they're black and white flowers, so we'll be getting some fava beans as well. Huge shrub of lemon balm. It's, I don't know, I think I need to kind of trim them back a little bit. It's kind of getting out of control. It's now about maybe 4 feet in diameter. It's pretty big. The smell is wonderful though, and you know what? They deter mosquitoes, so it's good to have those around. But then it is shading my little rosemary plant right there. Chocolate mint. This is growing prolifically as well. These are great to make tinctures or infusing honey. Any of these herbs, I mean lemon balm as well, great for infusing honey. Our huge oregano bush or shrub, they're flowering, so I harvested some more sprigs last week. I'll be harvesting more today. So this is a perfect time again for harvesting herbs when they're about to bloom, when they're flowering, because that's when they contain the most essential oils, which give them their aroma and flavor. Lavender is finally blooming. This is a French lavender. I just love the smell. Another lemon balm here. Sage right here. I've got 2 sage plants. I'm going to be harvesting some of those leaves for drying. The aroma is intense. And it's just got done blooming, as you can see. The flowers are drying up. Now on this little row here, I kept sowing zucchini seeds, and I've got the squirrels just kept digging them up, so it took me till my 4th attempt to sow these seeds, and they finally emerged. So I hope I'm not too late and I still get some harvest. I've got one here, one there, and this one here is just getting eaten by, I don't know, bugs. So at least I got 2 plants. So hopefully these 2 plants will give us some zucchinis. Tomato volunteers. Here's one here, another one there. Actually, there's a couple over there. I've got one there in the corner of this garden box here. It's another tomato volunteer. Over in this bed here is our warm loving plants. So now unfortunately the watermelon are not really growing. I know they like the heat, and I think it's been about 6 weeks and they've only gotten this big. These are the smaller type, the personal size watermelon. One of the kids really wanted to grow their own melons this year, so I don't know how we'll do. Hopefully we'll get 1 or 2 from it. I mean, we still have the warm months of July, August, and part of September, so hopefully we'll get something from them. I believe this is some type of cucumber. I forgot which variety, but these are more scarlet runner beans. So climbing up the trellis there. A couple of cilantro. These are the Jackby little pumpkins, these decorative, the small sized pumpkins that you can use for decoration, or you can eat them as well. But we like to decorate them every fall and Halloween, so looks like it's doing well. And climbing up the trellis here. More cucumbers on this side. And these are bush beans. Yeah, these are doing pretty well, I think. It's got some flowers in there. On the back side of our garden box and trellis, we've got a row of tomatoes here. And I'm using the Florida weave trellis, the twine that you tie from one pole to the other. And I'm working on that right now. I usually put twine every 6 inches as the tomatoes grow. Using this, I think it's about 1.5 inch fence post, which are a lot stronger than the ones I used last year, which were just plain old garden stakes that broke on me. So yeah, I gotta work on this today. A couple of tomatoes in this plant here, mainly flowers in the other. So yeah, I'm not growing that many tomatoes this year. Last year got a little overwhelming trying to keep up with them. So keeping it simple. On to the next bed here of some leafy greens. These are Mizuna. They bolted. Looks like we're getting a lot of seeds, all the pods here. And we've got some of the kale. They're biennial, so they'll grow until most likely next spring, and then they'll bolt or go to seed. Some potato plants. Some of these are dying back. Oh yeah, this plant dried up last week, and I haven't harvested the potatoes yet. So I looked today. There's some potatoes in there, and I think over there as well. I can't see the plant anymore. It's all brown and shriveled. So we'll have to dig it up and see what we get. Okay, I'm just gonna take my spade here. I don't want to damage the potatoes. Okay, there's another one right there. Oh, not bad for a small plant. Oh, more, there's more in there. Some red romaine. You know, I like growing these because the slugs do not like the red romaine lettuce. They never eat them, so they always seem to do well for us here. Lots of red romaine. Oh gosh, I think this is Chinese mustard greens. It's also bolting. And some beets. Oh, they're drying up here. We mainly grow them for the greens, but it looks like they're maturing and we can harvest some of the beetroots. Some bok choy, they're bolting as well. Oh, I think there's a couple there that can put in our stir fry tonight. They bolt, the leaves taste bitter, so they're not that good. So you gotta harvest them before they start bolting. They are a cool weather crop, just like some of the leafy greens such as lettuce, so they tend to bolt when the heat sets in. Here is a row of garlic. And as you can tell, some of these are ready to be harvested, so I dug up a couple of them. Now I believe these are elephant garlic. They're pretty big size, and you know, you can tell they're ready when the cloves forms. You can see that. See the cloves, the whole bulb. I think these are called bulbils. That's what they're called. And you can actually plant these and grow garlic from them if you like. But I don't think they're going to be as big. They probably start really small. I can talk. And what to tell if garlic is ready to be harvested is the lower leaves are yellow or tan or brown. So these are dying back. So I went ahead and pulled these out just a few minutes ago. And yep, they are ready. So I'm gonna go and take a look and see if the other garlic plants are ready as well here. Let's see if this is, and it's smart. Okay. And it's good to have a spade if you have a compact soil. These are pretty loose loamy soil, so they're kind of easy to pull out. See, there's a nice sized garlic right there, hardneck garlic. I think this is our last potato bed. Yes, we're growing a lot of potatoes this year. There's some Yukon Gold and russets in this bed here, so we won't have to buy any potatoes for a while this year. Here's our little harvest today. I'm going to be curing or drying the garlic, so that way we can preserve them to use for later. So we got a little harvest today, some garlic, some potatoes, a few oriental peas, and lots of garlic scapes, and a couple of eggs. I hope that you guys enjoyed the tour today of the garden. Thank you so much for joining me again here at Learn to Grow. I hope that you guys have a great week and happy gardening.